Hi everybody, Tasha here from Pixie Mommy's Reborns. I'm filming in a little different of a way this evening. I have the camera flipped around. I'm aware that my face basically is being cut off, but I wanted you to more or less see little Lennon this evening while I chat with you all. And I'm gonna feed him. To those of you new, hello and welcome. This little guy is my newest addition. He is the Chase by Bonnie Brown, and his artist is Alexandria Hughes from Alexandra's Babies. So he is just, oh my goodness, this baby is gonna hold him up. I hope I'm doing it right because I can't see what I'm doing and I don't normally film this way. But he is just incredible. This sculpt is just absolutely amazing. And he is just, you know, his details and just everything. He's a beautiful, beautiful baby. So we're going to give him a little formula that I just warmed up and chat. There's a bunch of babies behind me. Probably near almost my entire collection is back there. Because I was going to film in a different way and then I changed my mind and yada, yada, yada. Anywho, hey buddy. So precious. So I am still I am very nervous with the finish that he has on him, you know how like non-textured it is, but anyway, it's, you know, he's beautiful. So, you know, it's just something that I am not used to, but I am super enjoying you know, seeing different artists work and stuff. I can tell you, like, just looking at his face now, I mean, like, the little capillaries over his eyes and his nose and his forehead, he is incredible. He's incredible. And he's amazing in photos as well. So he's not only, like, you know, in person you're looking at him like, wow, he's in photos is the same, which I really enjoy the you know, taking pictures of my babies. So anyway, I did have a topic that I wanted to talk about, but it's a very controversial topic. You know, it's something that's gonna, you know, I'm sure that there's gonna be some of you out there that don't agree with me, and whatever, but it is just my personal opinion, and I honestly, I want to talk about it because I feel like perhaps analyzing it may actually help, and if I can kind of help make things better on a whole, that's what I'd like to do. So here goes, and I kind of wanted to be in front of the camera when I spoke to you all about this, even though you can't totally see my face. It's at least I'm sitting in front of the camera. I thought you'd enjoy, instead of seeing my face, I thought you would enjoy seeing Lennon having his battle. So what I want to talk about is you know, some of the malarkey, as I would call it, going on in the community. But it's not malarkey. It's serious because it's kind of goes to a serious level with certain people. And I want to talk about the social dynamics of a group. And by no means, I have never taken a psychology course. I don't pretend to know psychology or anything of the sort. This is my personal opinion. Actually, Renee, your video really got me thinking. your confessions video, about how we kind of size people up and, pass judgment, very, very quickly. Like when we're on the road and, you know, we, you know, see, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like you talked about, you know, how, you get aggressive, you know, you feel more aggressive when you're driving, which I think that a lot of people do. And you kind of size people up like, oh, look at the way this person is driving. They're an idiot. They're this, they're that. And I think that it's human nature. You know, if you think about it, you know, just going back to like the Stone Age, human beings had to size other human beings up very, very quickly because your life depended on it. It's a natural instinct because back then people were carrying around clubs and clubbing you to death for a piece of meat. So that is human nature to, you know, size people up really quickly and, you know, make assumptions. Now, obviously as human beings, we have evolved, and we don't need to, you know, do that in most cases. So we have to kind of train ourselves socially to be more patient, to try to have empathy and think about possibly what's going on in someone else's life, and or just accept that you don't always know what's going on in someone else's life, and just be a little bit more, you know, caring. If you want to obviously feel good about yourself and be a nice person and treat others the way that, you know, you would hope that they would treat you. So I think that that's something that we kind of lose sight of also more when we are on the internet and social media, because we are not facing people face to face. Therefore, it's easier in a certain respect almost to mistreat them. So that's one part, you know, one thing that I wanted to touch on, to talk about, that, you know, you just don't know. I mean, even channel creators, you know, a lot of us will kind of share things that are going on in our lives, but that's pieces of it. And that's what we want to share. And most people don't air their total family's dirty laundry or their deepest, darkest. You just don't. And so you never really know, you know, what's going on with someone. So that's number one. But number two, and this is even probably more important here, socially, is we are a whole community. You know, as doll collectors, we are considered, you know, a community of people. However, there's many groups within this community. There is, you have the artists, you have the customers, you have, you know, the groups of ladies that, you know, I don't know, just, you know, aren't, you know, head over heels, 100% all that into it. And they're, you know, they just, you know, have a doll and pop in. You have the people that are here every day. You have the channel creators. You have groups on Facebook. You have groups of people on Instagram. You have groups of friends. You know, it's normal to have that. And what I see, kind of like stepping back and looking at things, is things start to go wrong and get out of whack when people get upset about the fact that there are groups of people within the community. Yes, we are all here because we have, you know, the love of dolls in common. However, we are a huge, diverse group of mostly ladies from all over the world here plopped into the same community. We're not all going to have, you know, everything in common just because we have one thing in common. And therefore, I think that naturally, most of us will seek friends within the community, a group, you know, within the community that they identify with because they have things in common, because they have people have different needs, whatever. And honestly, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think, you know, I've seen, you know, some people get judged pretty harshly lately. For instance, this whole thing on the silicone dolls, and, you know, there's people in an uproar that, you know, everybody's just taking this too far. And I've heard things like, oh, well, such and such didn't associate with such and such until they got a silicone doll. And then all of a sudden, this person talked to that person, as if somebody went out and bought a silicone doll just to talk to a certain group of people, or just for quote status, which I think is hogwash. I think it's, you know, these dolls are very expensive. I really don't think that there's many, if anybody here, that is going to do that, that's going to spend that kind of money on something that they do not love. I just don't, you know, I just don't see it. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion. And I think that it's natural, you know, as channel creators, and many people that have been here, you know, a long time, many years, you know, put out regular videos, they get, you know, tons of comments. You know, you get people that, you know, regularly watch your videos, people that come in and out, new people, you know, etc., etc. So, you know, a lot of times you're reading all your comments, you're giving them a heart, you're acknowledging them. You're not necessarily writing back to every single one. It'd be physically impossible. If you put up 2-3 videos a week and, you know, you're, say, a larger channel and you've got hundreds of comments on each video, obviously you can't sit there conversing in every single comment. I'd like to think everyone is reading them all. I know I read mine. I very much enjoy, you know, the comments, and I do sometimes chat back with everybody. I certainly answer questions if they're there, you know, etc., etc. And I think, you know, so there may be people that, you know, have commented that, you know, no, you didn't talk to, but I'm going to give a for instance, and since the silicone seems to be, something of a sore subject for people. Let's just say, you love work from a certain artist, and, you know, you've been buying dolls from them for, you know, a period of time, and you really, really love that artist, and you follow the artist. So you follow the babies that they create, you watch them come to life, you enjoy, you know, seeing all that, and then you follow where that baby goes. And so you're then there going to that new mommy's box opening and congratulating them, and, you know, I'm so happy for you, and, you know, it's such a magical experience to have a baby from this artist, and I'm glad to see you're feeling the same way, things like that. Well, does that make you a stuck-up snob? I mean, come on, people. Like, it's natural that people are going to congregate together within a hobby, you know, when they are doing the exact same thing. I don't know if that makes sense to you all or what. I'm going to change him. Hopefully you can still see him. I don't know what you can see of me. I have no idea. I'm like very discombobulated. Because I don't normally film this way, but yeah, I'm giving it a shot. So he is so precious. I'm going to change him into this. I got this off Instagram sale, and this adorable. It is, oh, I thought it was Carter's. It is a Gymboree. It's size newborn. It's a sleeper. It's blue. It has white stripes and it buttons down. And what I love is on the left side, it has a little pea pod with 2 little peas inside of it that are smiling. So cute. So, yeah, I'm going to put this on him. So we're going to change him right here. I'm not going to change his diaper. I'm just going to change him. So that gets me to clothes, okay? Everybody going nuts about this, you know, the high-end clothes, you know, people are making a big deal. You know, I'm sorry, but I'm now you're gonna get, you know, feedback from someone who is on the outside looking in, because I don't, you know, shop the high-end baby clothes. But what I'm watching is people getting, like, picked on because they do. I don't, you know, everybody, or people that start to because they see other people doing it. Well, let me tell you something. Last video I was asking about these socks. I wanted to know, you know, if anybody knew where to get them, because I like putting the onesies on the boys with the high socks, and they're really, really nice. They're ribbed. They're really soft. I'm sure that they came from a nice place. You learn as you go, and you see what you like, and you ask other people, where did you get that, yada, yada, yada. You know, if you were going to do that to, you know, take that philosophy that you think people are like followers or buying high-end clothes just for status in the reborn community, then you would have to say to every single person here, well, geez, 2 years ago, you didn't even know what a reborn was, you know, and now look at you buying this sculpt and that sculpt and from this artist and that artist. I mean, it's the same logic. That's silly. We all grow and add to our collections and our baby's wardrobes as we go along, and some of us like that style. Some of us in real life like to buy brand name clothes and shop, and that's what they enjoy. So what's the problem? You know, honestly, you know, I love some of the clothes. The one that was getting picked on the most, that jacquerie one, I got, you know, an outfit from that in a box opening. And of course I didn't know what it, you know, what about the brand or anything, but when I opened it and looked, I was like, oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. It feels so good. I loved it. You know, love, 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 love. So I'm going to leave him like this for a minute. He's looking so sweet. I hope you all can see him. Let me lift him up. So I'm not understanding what, you know, some people, if I had only one baby in my collection, you know, now that I know where to go to get those clothes, I would be buying them too. So I don't get, you know, why people are so quick to judge, and why it matters that, you know, ladies are, you know, again, more in groups when you have, you know, groups of friends. It's natural to gravitate towards people that are, you know, close in your age, have children the same age, have things in common, have dolls from the same artist, etc., etc. You're sharing a joy. That's what we're here for, to share our hobby with one another and the joy. And it's a big, community. Now, perhaps there's people that feel look, I've had where, and this has happened to me many times. It hasn't happened recently, but it's definitely happened, more than once, where I have like personal boundaries crossed. Like, people will be like private messaging me and, oh, did you see my video? Did you see my video? And, I'll say, I'm very busy. I don't have a lot of time. And, the next day, well, I saw you comment on such and such's video, so you weren't too busy to watch it. Like, that's, you're really crossing a line. Some people gel together and, friendships grow organically, so, when it's forced upon, it makes people feel very uncomfortable, and it makes people react, because you're crossing over their personal boundaries, and it doesn't have anything to do with clicks or status or what. It just doesn't. It's just either you connect with another person on that level where a friendship starts to organically grow, or you don't. You're just casual acquaintances. You're in the same community. You're kind to one another, etc., etc. So far too often, because like I said, I've seen this, and I shouldn't say I haven't had it happen recently, like within the past week or two. But I get it. It happens a lot. A lot of, people DM me and stuff. And first off, I don't have a ton of time. And I talked about this, about, as a content creator, not being able to reciprocate, watching everyone's videos that come here to watch, my channel, because I, don't, what am I supposed to do? What is a channel creator supposed to do when they reach a certain point, because they've been here a long time and they have, a following built, and you get to the point where you can't, reciprocate to everyone? Should you just stop creating? Should you stop making videos so that you don't, that's silly. That's silly. People come and watch you because they're enjoying. They're, having their coffee, cleaning their house, and you're keeping them company, and they're there because they want to listen to what you have to say and see your dolls. And it shouldn't be they're there because they expect something in return. I have watched and probably do watch on occasion channels that don't even know I exist. But you want to watch something, you want to watch something. If I go watch a tutorial or whatever, I don't expect anything from that channel creator. So, our expectations, I think, can be, I guess, I don't know if off is the right word or, what, but I think that a little more, kind of, respecting one another's boundaries, a little more, accepting people for who they are, that we all collect differently, that we all, some of us buy a lot of dolls, some of us buy a lot of clothes, some of us do both, some of it, and it really, when it boils down to it, it's, you got to do what's right for you and your collection, etc. And, I think that there's just so much judging going on both ways. It's like flipped, it's flipped around. And, you know, if you think someone is, you know, snotty or cliquey or whatever you want to call those things, don't watch them. You know, don't follow them. Don't watch them. Don't, you know, that's all, you know. Anyways, and sometimes we are quick to judge, again, because we're human beings, and it is just in the human nature to, you know, judge people quickly because that's our instincts. But, you know, I don't think anyone is clubbing you to death here for a piece of meat. So, try and be a little more, you know, understanding of what someone else may have going on behind the scenes in their life as to why they are acting a certain way or why they have reacted a certain way, etc., etc. You know, to just continue to, you know, extend kindness and courtesy, and also just do a little more accepting of that there are, you know, groups of people within community. Let me just check the time on this, ladies, because I can't, whoa, I can't see that. Okay, yeah, I'm going on a half an hour. So there are, you know, there are groups, and you wouldn't say expect, if you're not an artist, you wouldn't expect to go join, you know, a bunch of artist groups, and that, you know, your artists are gonna, you know, be talking to you every day and wind up becoming close friends with you. I mean, some artists are friends with, obviously, you know, I have artist friends myself, but I'm just saying in general, that's not where you would throw yourself in and consider yourself part of that group, so to speak. We are all together as a community, you know, and again, and like I said, there are groups within the community. There's groups of, you know, ladies that are, you know, more quiet and reserved and don't hop on and make videos and don't, and I'm sure, you know, everybody has their a niche, you know, and that, you know, that's natural, that's normal. Yeah, I think it's just kind of like almost, you know, where I see, where, and this is, of course, this is my opinion, this is just what I'm looking at, that, you know, a lot of, you know, things start because, you know, people's expectations, you know, just maybe different, clouded, whatever, from what really is. All right. I don't know if I've made any sense. I don't know if you've all been able to see Lennon really good. He looks beyond sweet in these PJs. I adore this baby. I absolutely adore him. Yeah. he's a sweetie pie. He's still sleeping away. He's still sleeping. Yeah. He is such a sweetie. Get you a blanket. It is freezing here on Long Island, New York. Absolutely freezing cold. Freezing, freezing, freezing. Get you a blanket and wrap you up. All right, everyone. So I have no idea if my babblings made any sense. I'm trying to help, not hurt. You know, just something that I've been thinking about. It bothers me to see, you know, people kind of getting torn apart. It just, you know, I don't know. It bothers me to see that. I've been that way since the beginning, since day one, since like my second video I ever made. I jumped right in and voiced my opinion as part of the community, and we are all important. You are all important. Everybody here, I know you're all important to me because I wouldn't be on here making videos if I was talking to the walls. You know, it's, you know, I appreciate all of you so much. When I was going in for the surgery the first time and then the next day when they opened me back up, they were wheeling me in, and along with thinking about my family and my kids, I was thinking about all of you and that everyone was out here praying for me, and that gave me tremendous comfort. You all have no idea. You have no idea. This is why I come and do what I do. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. So I don't, you know, when you start picking apart things that people do, why they buy this, why they do that, it's, you're now creating something in your head that is, you know, I'm at a loss for words, different from the reality of what's really happening. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but that's what I have to say. All right, everyone. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Thank you very much for joining me for this chat. I hope I did not step on too many toes tonight. And, you know, please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I can talk more about this or not. All right, everyone. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Little Lennon says, thumbs up, thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're here and you enjoyed yourself, and check and make sure you've hit that notification bell so that you get invites to my lives and so that you never miss a video. All right, everyone. Till next time, God bless.